Alright, the name of the corporation is United States Public Corporation.
I knew he was.
It went into effect April 14, 2015. Okay. County laws and Secretary of State. So now what this do is they can't say you don't sovereign citizen no more. Because when you saying that you part of the Moorish Science Temple of America, you saying you're a Moor, and they try to immediately throw you to that sovereign citizen stuff, right? So with this, they can't say that no more because you're a part and parcel of the United States government. So now, you see my name in here, right here. Cannon Bay, Cannon Bay, Cannon Bay. Okay. You see right here, Moorish Science Temple of America is the parent corporation that's acting as the agent for this corporation. Okay? And when you get down here, what kind of corporation is it? A public benefit corporation. What's the purpose of a public benefit corporation? To benefit the public. Okay? You with me? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Next one. Okay. At the top, you see right here, it say, this state government is invested with the powers and authority to create and enforce laws, impose taxes, include protection of lives and property by maintenance of a police force. So now the Secretary of State is saying, okay, this what y'all gonna do? It's cool. We're not asking their permission. We just telling them what we gonna do. Okay? So when you see that Secretary of State thing on there, that's just like a notary. You're just giving them notice on this day, this is what y'all did. Okay? So right here it's saying, after payments of all the liabilities of the corporation, dispose of all the assets of the corporation shall be donated to the charitable organization of that that's a 508c1a, a corporation that meets these prerequisites. So basically a 508c1a is a faith-based organization of unincorporated citizens. This is what the Moorish Science Temple of America is. It's a 508c1a. So it's a faith-based organization of unincorporated citizens.
508c1a.
It's tax exempt in all 50 states of the continental United States, which is did at the Hague Convention in 1961. Okay.
Question. I don't want
yes,
to interrupt.
go ahead.
You got a reference to that? Do you have any?
Yeah, you can. Yeah, that's
public
information.
Public information.
Yeah, public information. So they ain't had no 50 nothing when no Jew was here.
Right.
But the later on they started classifying different entities that's about. And so the Moorish Science Temple of America, the thing that it will fall under is this right here, a 508c1a, not a 501c3. It don't fall under that. If you look up into the IRS codes, they got something that say exceptions. Moorish Science Temple of America is one of those exceptions. It don't fall under that. That 501c1, 501c3, it don't fall under that. So the exceptions is it's a 508c1a, which means it got like full constitutional rights according to the First Amendment of the Constitution, freedom of religion. So it don't, all that other stuff don't affect it at all. Okay? So then it say other provisions, tax exempt status, inurement, y'all got to kind of bear with me, I can barely read this too, of income, no part of the net earnings of the corporation shall inure to the benefit of or be distributed to its members, trustees, officers of other private persons, except that the corporation shall be authorized and empowered to pay reasonable compensation. So basically what that's saying is, we're not paying you. You're being compensated for what you do. You follow me?
Compensation is not tax.
So if you're a Moorish marshal, we're not paying you for that. We compensating you for what you're doing. Okay? For what you're doing. So this whole part right here is basically saying, if our corporation ever dissolve, what we gonna do with all the property that they own and all that, but our corporation don't never dissolve. This corporation never dissolves. Okay? So that's what this whole thing is talking about. And it's just basically saying, it's just like if you had a 501c3 and you was doing a budget non-profit. So you're going to say, well, we got a director, we got a secretary, we got this. So you got to put salaries in there for them. This is what this is saying. You're going to be compensated for what you do. Not, because if you're making the income is taxable. You're being compensated for what you do, not income. Okay, so now we're gonna jump down here and say, a national, federal, state, county, and city governmental organization governed by organic constitutional law and the HERS revised statutes, the parole evidence rule, the statutes of fraud and perjury, and the Uniform Commercial Code, as well as the laws of nations, the Torah, and Holy Quran, Circle 7 Quran, that have power to seize properties. You think I'm too close? Commercial and residential, automobile, vehicles, waterway and airway vehicles, monies, land parcels, drugs, and air, for the purpose of repair, rehabilitation, and sale of such that are under the designation of deterioration or detriment of humanity. In the habitation of each state of the continental United States, these powers are invested in her by the Almighty Creator of the universe and everything that is. Okay? The Supreme Court rule and the Constitution and bylaws of the United States of America Republic, the United States federal, state, city, and county statute, jurisdiction, and on land. Okay, services for the purpose of donations of vehicles, property, grants, transportation, to provide police and law enforcement for the health, safety, and welfare, immunity powers, intergovernmental immunity, qualities immunity, sovereign, constitutional immunity, diplomatic immunity, work product immunity, charter corporate immunity. That's basically saying our charter got immunity. Just because we got a charter from you or whatever, you don't have no power. We got immunity just because. Don't try to tie us up because we got a charter. That's what that corporate charter immunity is. Okay? So now, parental immunity, husband and wife immunity, testimonial immunity, transactional use immunity, executive immunity, congressional immunity, tax immunity. Next one. Okay. Immunity, intergovernment, qualified, sovereign, constitutional, diplomatic, work product, charter corporate, judgmental, parental, discretionary immunity, power of authority over all Moorish nationals and citizens of the United States of America Republic throughout the continental United States and beyond. Other powers include the powers of eminent domain and the seizure of lands and property or property for the protection of indigenous people and the vast estate express trust for the upliftment of fallen humanity, can seize minerals, property, commercial, residential, automobiles, vehicles, waterway, airway vehicles, monies, jewels, paintings, land parcels, lots, air, water, and space throughout the continental United States and beyond for the purpose of repair or sale under dangerous and hazardous conditions to protect rehabilitation of humanity, habitation under the designation of deterioration or detriment to rebuild wasted cities and communities, the seizure of abandoned property, the power of eminent domain to seize lands and or property held in the vast estate express trust, 1010-5905, recorded in Cook County, and the United States of American Republic shall act as a trustee for the protection of the trust and what that says? Disperse of funds on behalf of Moorish nationals and citizens of the state. The corporation shall have power to receive and issue all forms of negotiable instruments. This includes, but is not limited to, all bonds, notes, and securities, all Miller Act bonds, all bid bonds, performance bonds, and payment bonds, and power to seize any and all court cases, judgments, etc., in any matters dealing with Moorish nationals and citizens, and or property. Other negotiable instruments would include, but is not limited to, promissory notes, international bill of exchanges, bills, drafts, etc. The corporation shall also buy debt, issue credit, garnish, issue liens, shall have power to issue indictments and enforce violations of international laws, and to prosecute for offenses of these laws within the jurisdiction of the continental United States and beyond, shall also have power to petition the National Guard for assistance. The police powers of this state shall cooperate and collaborate with Interpol and the United Nations, well as the Organization of American States, for violations of international law and human rights violations. Also, violations of environmental laws in place for the protection of earth. This includes its water sources, air, and forests. Shall also have power to establish Moorish American communities throughout the continental United States and beyond, for the reestablishment of Moorish customs and traditions which would better civilize and uplift fallen humanity, to bring Moorish American nationals and citizens under the constitutional fold of a free national government. That's our charter. Next one. Next one. Next one. Slow down. Hold on. Okay, this is talking about the new covenant with Israel and the tribe of Judah. Can you read that?
New covenant with Israel and Judah, Jeremiah 31, 31 through 37. 31, Yah said, the time will come when I will make a new covenant with the people of Israel and Judah. It will be different from the covenant I made with their ancestors when I led them out of Egypt. Although I was their God, they broke that covenant. Here is the new covenant that I will make with the people of Israel. I will write in my laws on their hearts and minds. I will be their God, and they will be my people. No longer will they have to teach one another to obey me. Yah promised that all of them will obey me, ordinary people and rulers alike. I will forgive their sins and forget the evil things they have done. I am Yah, all-powerful. I command the sun to give light each day, the moon and the stars to shine at night, and ocean waves to roar. I will never forget to give those commands, and I will never let Israel stop being a nation. Yah has spoken. Can you measure the heavens? Can you explore the depths of the earth? That's how hard it will be for me to reject Israel forever, even though they have sinned. I, Yah, have spoken. 1 Kings 8, 46 through 50, Holy Bible. If they sin against thee, for there is no man that sinneth not, and thou be angry with them, and deliver them to the enemy, so that they can carry them away captives unto the land of the enemy far or near. Yet if they shall bethink themselves in the land whither they were carried captives, and repent and make supplication unto thee in the land of them that carried them captives, saying, we have sinned, and have done perversely, we have committed wickedness, and so return unto thee with all their heart and with all their soul in the land of their enemies, which led them away captive, and pray unto thee toward their land which thou gavest unto their fathers.
Hold it right there. So the land that he gave to our fathers, remember, the Jubilee is telling us the father and the son did what? Divided the land. So the father stayed over there, and the son came over here, right? So when we facing the land of our fathers, we facing the east. So what we doing now, when we just pray to the east, we lining up with the scripture. Okay, continue.
The city which thou hast chosen, and the house which I have built for thy name. Then hear thou their prayer and their supplication in heaven, thy dwelling place, and maintain their cause. And forgive thy people that have sinned against thee, and all their transgressions wherein they have transgressed against thee, and give them compassion before them who carried them captive, that they may have compassion on them. For they be thy people, and thine inheritance, which thou broughtest forth out of Egypt from the midst of the furnace of iron, that thine eyes may be open unto the supplication of thy servant, and unto the supplication of thy people Israel, to hearken unto them in all that they call for unto thee. For thou didst separate them from among all the people of the earth to be thine inheritance, as thou speakest by the hand of Moses thy servant, when thou broughtest our fathers out of Egypt, O Lord God. O Father in heaven, hear our prayer and our supplication, and maintain our cause. Holy Quran, Surah 49:13. O mankind, we have created you from a single pair of male and female, and made you into nations and tribes, that ye may know one each other, not that you may despise each other. Verily, the most honored of you in the sight of Allah is He, who is the most righteous of you. And Allah has full knowledge and is well acquainted with all things. Circle 7, Holy Quran, chapter 47. 9. According to all true and divine records of the human race, there is no Negro, black, or colored race attached to the human family, because all the inhabitants of Africa were and are of the human race, descendants of the ancient Canaanite nation from the holy land of Canaan. What your ancient forefathers were, you are today without doubt or contradiction. There is no one who is able to change man from the descendant nature of his forefathers, unless his power extends beyond the great universal God, or Creator, Allah Himself.
Okay. So what we just did right there, we just showing them that we lining up, not only with the law, but with scripture. See, they can't argue, they can't tell you, no, you can't do this. But you got to show it to them. They got to understand and know what you about and what you own. This is why Noble Jew Ali say they honor what their forefathers did. So when they see you honoring your forefathers, this is what they go by. They not going by who you are today, but they gonna honor you if they see you lining up with what your forefathers was about. Then they gonna show you honor. Okay. So now, it say, let us now and forever be known, let it be known that we Moorish Americans are one of the 12 tribes of Israel. We are Hebrews. We are Moabites. We are the tribe of Judah. So you'll hear a lot of times these Hebrew Israelites in the street, they telling people they're the tribe of Judah, they not. You go to Jeremiah 31:31, he's saying what he gonna do for the tribe. He said, I'm gonna do this for the tribe of Israel, and I'm gonna do this for the tribe of Judah. They not the tribe of Judah. We are. Because the tribe of Judah is Moors, Moabites. Okay, not Israelites, Moabites. Okay. So, they say, we now once again realign ourselves with the covenants made by our ancestors and Yah, our Father, for all 12 tribes of Israel. Let the words of our ancestors, King Solomon, ring throughout heaven and earth. Now we're going to our preamble. The preamble. We the people of the United States of American Republic with profound reverence for the supreme ruler of the universe, in order to form a more independent and perfect government, establish love, true peace, freedom, and justice, ensure tranquility, provide for the common defense, promote the general welfare, and secure the blessings of liberty to ourselves and our prosperity. Do ordain and establish this Constitution for the United States of American Republic as the law of the land. We, the people of the Moorish American society, pledge our lives and our property to each other to gain equal footing in the affairs of men, and for other purposes, in order to establish justice, promote the health, safety, and welfare, secure the blessings of liberty to ourselves and our prosperity, do by our representatives in convention, ordain and establish the following Constitution, Republic form of government, and mutually agree with each other to form ourselves into a free and independent state by the name of United States of America Republic. And we do hereby ratify the boundaries assigned to such state by the Act of Redemption at the Pan American Conference in 1928, the aforesaid, which are as follows. To wit, extends from northeast and southeast Africa across Great Atlantis, even unto the present North, South, and Central America, also into Mexico and the Atlantis Islands, and Maximum, Turtle Island, Frog Island. The fate of the unborn millions will now depend under the Creator of the universe on the conduct of this sovereign nation state of Moorish American nationals and citizens. Let us therefore animate and encourage each other and show the whole world that we as Moorish American nationals and citizens are contending for liberty as Moors on ground superior to any nation on earth. We now realign our covenant with our Creator.
Peace.
Okay. Now we go into our Constitution.
Yeah.
Scroll that up just a little bit. All right,
Yeah.
now, come down some. Okay. Article 1. The President and the Chairman of the United States of America Republic are empowered to make law and enforce laws with the assistance of the legislature. The judicial power shall extend to all cases in law and equity arising under this Constitution. The laws of the United States of America Republic and the treaties made or which shall be made under their authority shall be the supreme law of the land, and only a Moorish national shall be eligible to the office of president or any office in the executive, legislative, or judicial branch of the United States of America Republic. The vice president is to assist the president in all affairs if he lives according to love, true peace, freedom, and justice, and it is known before the Moorish nationals and citizens of the United States of America Republic. So now, what I'm doing is, I'm taking the acts from the divine constitution, I'm making our constitution for our state personal to us. We still Muslims. So we're going to take what you already laid down. Now what we're doing is, in the state government, we're removing the Sheiks out of power. It's a reason for that. You is not going to get every Sheik and Moorish Temple of America to come together on one page. It ain't going to happen. This is why you already put it in the Circle 7, that each Sheik get to make his own laws at his temple. He already knew what was going to happen. They not going. Nobody want to give up their power and submit to another Sheik and he a Sheik. They're not going to do it. So this state government bring everybody together. It don't matter. Keep your temple. You run it. You run that temple any way you want, just like he said. But when you come out that temple, step out the temple. In the temple, you're a Sheik. But when you step out the temple, you may be a senator. You might be a governor. You might be a state representative. You might be anything else on the state side. They governor go to church every Sunday. They senators, everybody. They still go to. But they still, when they come up out of there, they run the state. Church and state is separate. So now, Article 2. All meetings are to be open and closed promptly according to the Circle 7. And love, true peace, freedom, and justice. Friday is our holy day of rest, because on Friday the first man was formed in the flesh, and on the Friday the first man departed out of the flesh back onto his Father and ascended back onto his Father God Allah. For that cause, Friday is the holy day for Muslims all over the world. So even though this is our state constitution, we still demonstrating we honoring Allah. We still Muslims. This is our way of life. Being a Muslim is our way of life. This is how we live. So it's in our constitution. Scroll up. Okay, Act 5. The Moorish Science Temple of America is not to cause any confusion or to overthrow the laws and constitution of the United States of America Republic, but to obey hereby and anything in the Constitution or any laws to the contrary notwithstanding. So in the divine Constitution, he's saying what? He said the Moorish Science Temple, the organization of the Moorish Science Temple of America is not to cause confusion or to overthrow the laws of the said government. That was back then. A prophet working the time he in and in the future. So now we in the future. He ain't talking about the said government no more. If you a national, you talking about your government now. So he letting people in the Moorish Science Temple know, look, when your government come, don't cause no confusion with your government. That ain't what it's about. Because your government govern out here. It ain't governing in the temple. It's governing out here. With these Romans. Okay? So now, go. Hold on. Let's see. Go to, keep going. Hold. Let me see. Article 9. Keep going. Hold. Okay, Article 11. This is called personal use and regulation of marijuana and other substances, purpose and finding. This is our Article 3. Okay? Now, I'm going to ask you a question. In California made marijuana legal. But you know, the feds still lock people up for that in California. Colorado made marijuana legal. But the feds don't lock nobody up there. Why?
State level and federal level.
Yeah.
They only got it approved on the state level in California and not the federal level.
That ain't right. The reason they don't lock people up in Colorado for it, because Colorado put it in their state constitution. This is why your constitution is important. Your constitution is the only thing that hold the federal government at bay. anything, any power you don't delegate in your constitution to the federal government, they can't impose it on you. This is the only way to back them up. Is your constitution. So the divine constitution ain't securing you no rights. Ask Moors all the time, show me your rights in there. I can show you your rights in here. You get theirs, you can see rights in it. You got the right to attorney, to counsel. You got the right from unreasonable searches and seizures. They got some stuff to protect you in there. In the divine constitution, you don't have that for out here, because church and state is separate. They don't want to hear about your religion when you out here. You can't tell them that. They're not paying you no attention. And the reason they're not paying you attention because these two things are separate. So now, you can demonstrate more science out there now, but then you gotta stay on that side. The second you swerve over to this side, they're gonna knock your head off. That means when you out there demonstrating religion, you gotta demonstrate straight religion, nothing else. You see how the Catholic priests walk around, how the nuns walk around? You need to be walking around like that then. And they ain't gonna bother you, because they see you demonstrating religion. They know they can't touch you. But if you go out there talking about you a Moor, and then you get to talking about some state law and ILCs and this and that, they finna get you. Because you're crossing that line. Okay, go. Go to like the amendments. All this is the marijuana thing. All this. It's like 9 or 10 or 12 pages. It's in depth. You know what I'm saying? It's talking about medical use and all that. The opening of stores, all that. Just like they did. In fact, hold on. In fact, all of this comes straight out of Colorado Constitution. Every bit of it. But I revised it. I made some changes in it. Okay. Hold right there. Go up a little bit more. Right there. Okay, these are amendments. We got freedom of religion and speech and of the press. We got a right to keep and bear arms. We got quarantining the soldiers. We got everything that they got. Okay, no, would you at least say, ain't no need for the 14th and 15th Amendment for the salvation of my people. So I took and kept what? The 1st through 13. This First Amendment through 13 is exact as the United States Constitution with a few little changes. That's a very minor few. Go up. 14 through 19, I wrote. Go up. Hold it. Go to the Second Amendment. Scroll down a little bit. Let me see. Okay. This one right here. A well-regulated militia being necessary to the security of a free state. The right of the people to keep and bear arms should not be infringed. Not to be construed with granting the individual nationals or citizens the right to bear arms. That Second Amendment in the United States Constitution don't guarantee the individual person the right to bear arms. People don't understand that. The United States Constitution is a contract between the federal government and the states. Not no individual people. You don't have no rights in that. But it's secure. Whatever your state constitution give you the right to do. So if Illinois passing their state constitution right now, can't nobody carry guns? Can't nobody carry them. But they just had a case in Illinois, right? In Oak Park. Well, Chicago. Chicago didn't want to do the conceal and carry thing, and they said people couldn't have handguns. So it went to the Supreme Court, and the Supreme Court said Oak Park and all the surrounding municipalities allowed their people to have handguns, and the Illinois state constitution said they got the right to bear arms. You can't deny these people in Chicago the right to bear arms, whether it's a handgun or a shotgun. You can't deny them that right. So that was a big thing. That's a precedent case, right? So it's just showing you your rights that you have. If the state try to buy you from the rights in their state constitution, this when the federal government constitution kick in, and then they come to the state and say, you can't do that to him. You let her do it, you let them Europeans do it, you let them do it, you gotta let them do it. You can't deny them these rights. It's in your state constitution. Okay? So now, go to 14. So 1 through 13, just like theirs, straight out of their constitution. I'm listening to what you already saying. Hold it. Where you at? Okay, that's 15. Come down. Right, hold it. That's 12. 13. Go up just a bit right there. Hold. Okay, our 13, just like theirs. We saying no slavery. We ain't on that. We ain't on that. Remember, these Hebrew Israelites out here in the street telling these Europeans they finna be their slaves. See, this the same. This a replay of the Bible, man. We get into it with the Israelites all the time because we the just ones, we the righteous ones, we the descendants of Lot. Lot is the righteous man. Lot was the only righteous man in the whole city. We his descendants, which make us the righteous people. So therefore, when these Hebrew Israelites trying to enslave these Europeans, we're gonna be putting them swords on them, saying it ain't happening. That ain't how God get in. That ain't happening. No, we ain't on that. You see what I'm saying? So it's gonna be a conflict again. This is the same thing. This is a replay of the Bible. It's replaying again, over and over again. Okay? So, no slavery. That's 15. We're at 14 and stuff like
Right there.
that. Right there. Okay. I wrote this. It say repatriation. Now watch how simple it is when you got a state government. You the shepherd. All y'all the shepherds now. So your job is to look out for the flock. The sheep don't know nothing. Okay? Watch this. Section 1.
Abolish or say, oh,
Abolishing of slavery, neither slavery nor involuntary. No, that's 13 right here. Section 1. The state shall have the power of repatriation. The repatriation of coloreds, Negroes, black, Afro-Americans, and African-Americans back to the divine creed of their forefathers. Back to statehood. Back to the constitutional fold of this free national government. Back to being Moors, Moorish Americans, Moorish nationals, and national citizens. Section 2. All nationals and citizens. Come up a little bit.
of the United States of America, Republic,
Right there. Of the United States of America Republic, upon taking the oath of allegiance to the United States of America Republic, shall be pardoned of all past crimes of colorable laws. The United States or several states shall not use such criminal records against a national or citizen of the United States of America Republic. No pardon shall be given for capital crimes, murder, rape, or treason. So as soon as you take your oath back to your state, all that colorable law, that's a white. You got a full pardon. You back to, man, you ain't got no record. What record you got? All these crimes is colorable. The only real crimes is this murder, rape, or treason when you got a real victim. So you get full pardon. Bam. Okay. Expatriation shall be voluntary. No national or citizen of this state